Hello and welcome to another one podcast.
We have a Patreon. It's one of the best Patreons in the game.
By best, it's more of us.
Hundreds of hours of content. There's specials on there.
Three
specials. 2 live shows. It's one of the best Patreons around. You won't regret it. Sign up. £3 a month. That's all it fucking is.
I can't promise you it's one of the best or the most valuable, but if you enjoy us,
I think it is.
It's the only way to guarantee this carries on.
Yeah, that's yeah.
So
Genuinely.
It's up to you. Would you like this podcast to carry on? If the answer to that question is yes, then why not part with 75p a week by signing up to our Patreon?
Patreon.com/another one podcast. Sign up to it. You don't even have to enjoy the content that's on there.
You don't even have to watch it.
No.
Just
sign up.
75p a week,
yeah,
so that you get your public episode every week, guaranteed. Because if it drops below a certain level, it will stop.
75p a week.
The minute this costs us money again, it's gone.
Yeah, and it's
barely even.
So, please,
for the love of God,
yeah, please. Now it's beyond a joke. Now there's only one podcast that needs the money, and that's ours. We're absolutely brassic, and we've got the most outgoings, like dependents.
Another one.
Oh, there we go.
Here we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to
Just the one camera.
hang on.
We've always
Close
got
to your
one
thing.
camera.
Close to your thing.
yeah,
just
right
one camera now, eh?
Right
Hang
into
on,
the
everyone.
mouth,
Right.
into the mouth.
Welcome to another one
Fucking hell,
podcast,
there we go.
episode 100 and whatever, with me, Simon Wozniak, co-host Rob Thomas.
Hello, people.
And joining us today, after a late dropout from Johnny Vegas, another one, Hall of Famer,
Long-awaited return.
Yeah.
Phil Ellis.
I'm back, baby! Suck on my tits!
He's back.
I don't know what that was.
He's back after going for the industry.
Yeah,
You left us behind when you realised the pod was going nowhere, and then
It wasn't that it was going nowhere. It was just going on and on and on. That's
exactly how we feel, Phil.
Yeah.
You can see me age in real time on this podcast.
Yeah, no, I was watching the clips. You've gotten. I think you've look better now. You look healthier now.
Well, I don't smoke now, and I exercise.
You fully got rid of the ciggies
Properly
now.
exercise.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't look like it at the minute, but I do.
No, you're a strong boy.
I'm a big, strong boy.
Your
thank
muscles
you.
are looking.
What you do?
You better.
I imagine you to be a walker. I can't imagine you doing like lifting.
What, a
weights or anything.
walker? I do
Yeah,
weights.
just walking and stuff.
Look at his muscles.
The only thing is,
No, I know, but he's
don't-
always been one of them gangly people. You think, but he's
got more of a thickness to him there now. I
But
can
I'm
see,
not,
yeah, his
the only
bicep.
problem is I haven't been eating a lot.
That bicep, I can see that bicep now. I can see that he's got a lump there. Now you want to get that checked out, Phil.
A drumstick. No, but I'm not. But the problem with me is I don't have a good routine. Well, it's like being a comic, isn't it? You just get.
I can't stop looking at the arms. I can't stop. He's strong, isn't he?
I'm going to put my jacket.
What have you been
on.
lifting? No. What have you been lifting?
Just breeze blocks and children.
Are you doing big lifts? Or are you doing
I
like?
get a stick and I get kids from the local neighbourhood to sit on the other end.
Are you? Yeah, that's what I imagine. You train like one of these, like sort of them African men who've got like water bottles on the side. How are you? You're not in the gym. You're not in the gym.
Oh God, I'm not going to the gym.
No, you've got like weights
Well,
in
I
the
was
living
in a
room, haven't
hotel
you?
recently and I'd used the gym.
Yeah.
Don't like to show off.
Show
I
off,
know
yeah.
I don't look like fuck. I'm not pretending I look like
All right,
Captain
Gandhi.
Beefy Boy.
Use the Penta gym, did you? Go on. So what hotel was it?
Oh, it was weird, right? So it was near. It was in London, and it was in, and because it was near some studio. I'm not going to go on about things, but I
Elstree.
may have filmed something.
We've got-
Pinewood Studios.
Yeah.
Elstree then.
Pinewood, yeah.
Where's
And
Pinewood?
they put you in this hotel, but it's, and I had a day off, so I went, oh, I'll go for a nice walk, and then I went and I ran out of pavement after about 3. So Alan Cochrane's got a great bit about this, but you don't realise when you commute, you go walking places.
Yeah.
But you couldn't go anywhere without a car, so I just ended up in a lay-by after 4 minutes. And then just cars going. I went, oh, fuck, what you do? I had to scurry back to the hotel. I was like, I'm just trapped in the hotel. So I thought, I'll just go to the gym. I'll do that.
Right.
It was horrible because you had one of those knobheads. You only had one of everything.
Yes.
Now, what you should do is use what? And he was going, what? And then on the next one, and I was like, mate, you've taken up half the gym.
Yeah.
I'm assuming there's only you and him in there. There's not many in a hotel gym.
There was
usually.
a few elderly people,
Cross-trainer and,
slower than walking, actually.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it was like
Phenomenal. Some of
stood on the
the phenomenal old people in gyms sometimes, aren't they?
What chain was this gym?
It was just part of the hotel.
I mean, what chain was the hotel?
I can't even remember the name of the bloody hotel now. But I had to complain.
Because like the village ones
They
have like
hated me.
spa suites and that, don't they?
Yeah.
So the R ones and the village ones are always funny because they come in for a sauna and then
I'm
Sauna,
imagining
I'm
imagining it is like the Penta Hotel, like a basement level gym with a few weights, very
It was
basic.
quite nice, but it was that people come and use it from out the hotel.
Oh, it's one of them.
But it was like nice, but there wasn't a lot of everything. So
No.
I'm in the corner doing my little routine, like.
So what do you do? Are you doing big lifts or are you doing deadlifts? Are you squats? What?
She's in dumbbells and stuff.
Yeah, I imagine
We're
yours
talking
isn't
as
like
if
that.
I'm some sort of fucking
That's what I
fitness
mean.
instructor.
I imagine-
now. Like, I've come on
But
to tell you about how to get fit.
Yeah, but
I'm sweating like
after-
a fucker.
after
I
the-
haven't got big arms.
after the gym, so where do you do the majority of your exercise?
Just in my spare room. at
Spare
home.
room, yeah. I thought you had spare room.
I
guy.
draw the curtains because
kettlebell or dumbbells. Kettlebell and dumbbells, is it?
I don't do
Dumbbells.
kettlebells. I just do dumbbells.
You're showing your age by doing it in your house. I don't think
just
there's
don't
many.
want-
There's not many.
I might start doing it in my garage with the door open. So people go,
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. But
Tins of paint
why
on.
wouldn't you go to a gym?
because I don't want people to look at me. I'm self-conscious.
But you're strong.
I'm a strong man. You'd be surprised.
You should go to the gym anyway. Well, that's good that you're exercising though. You've given up the cigs.
3.5 years now.
Who saw that coming? Who saw you'd last that long?
Is that a health thing
it?
or about time or what?
I just turned 40 and I just went. I had a really just grim day in Nottingham.
Can
And I
happen.
ended up just changing. Because you know when you do the Nottingham Glee Club?
Yeah.
And you get a hotel Friday, Saturday. If you don't have it on the Saturday, because I was getting a lift home,
Yeah.
and this is when I was living in this one-room flat in Manchester, and I was just chain smoking. I was staying up till 3. I was drinking too much and stuff like that. And so I had the hotel, but then so I went out. I didn't have the hotel on the Saturday, so you just have nothing to do. You're just wandering around Nottingham, and I ended up just sat in a beer garden and nursing a pint of cider because I thought I can't drink before the gig a lot, but I've got to get a drink. And I had that there for about 3 hours. And I was just chain smoking and watching Little Miss Sunshine on my phone like that. And I went, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, it's sad,
And I
isn't
just
it?
went, and it was this weird, because I'd rung the hypnotist the week before and she'd gone, it's not going to work. And I was like, and really was starting to get to that point I wanted to quit. And then I had a fag the next morning. This is when I stopped drinking at home and everything because I went, I better get a bottle of wine. I went, well, I might have to. And I went, oh, what are you doing? I went, just stop. And I just put the fag out and that was it. Weird, isn't it?
And
I never thought that realisation would
that was when you were 40.
Yeah, I just turned 40, yeah. And I think it was that, because you go, in your 20s, you go, nothing can kill you. And your 30s, you kind of think you can get away with it.
Yeah.
But in your 40s,
Yeah.
that's when people start dropping off.
Yeah. Or like,
That's it. Well,
like
I'm-
leaving you as a friend or dying.
Both.
Or both.
I'm late 30s and I'm like, everyone's dying. I was
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, because that's your age now.
I think I know where you I'm sort of at that where you were with your 30s then. Where you're thinking, this isn't sustainable. But I think I can still.
You've said that for
Yeah.
3 years though.
That's what I mean. But I'm aware of it. Whereas he's gone, it absolutely has to stop.
Yeah.
I think so as well. And when, like, Sean Locke had just died as well, and those things. And I was reading this book that day in Nottingham. I was reading this Sean Hughes book, and again, he died of,
Yeah.
you know, an unhealthy lifestyle, and it was just such a shame. And I just went, oh yeah, but you do just, if you carry on being like this,
catches you.
57, it's a 55, 50, that's it, and you just, you know, it can get you.
But then, do you not feel, you go, but I will enjoy the last 15 now? Like, you're still drinking, though, so you're not teetotal. So
No, I
like,
still like drinking, but I don't.
do you think that'll ever go?
Do you know, weirdly, the other day, because I had a really heavy month then of doing a lot of work, and I was obviously not drinking, so like I just go long. I never used to be able to go long periods, but now I can go like a month not drinking. I'm all right.
Can you?
Yeah, I'm like that now.
But then the last 2 weeks, I've just been so bored because I took some time off. Just been going out. Or because I don't drink at home, so I just don't go out.
I've not been invited to anything. Who've you been going out with?
been living in the park.
Right.
Didn't say he was going out with anyone. Just being out
Right.
here. Just
Yeah,
I'm like that. I'm like that on the jabs and that. On like, I can go wow without drinking, but once you have your first one, you're like, this is going to be a 3 or 4 day thing. This because I've got a taste for it, and something needs to happen to stop it again.
I think that's the problem. And the other thing is like I can't handle lager much because I bloat. I get these bloating things. I had like a tear in my. It sounds lovely. In my stomach, like a hernia. They call it like a hernia, but so I just have to take a omeprazole because I bloat and I get sick. So lager bloats you. So I go, I'll just get on the wine at 2 p.m. and
you're
then
a white wine man, aren't you? Now
when's the Altitude Festival?
Yeah.
And I was just drinking too much wine. I was just so hammered all the time because it's just a drinking festival. Everyone's hanging out and everyone's amazing company. You just have a laugh. But because I can't drink beers like everyone else, I just end up going, I can't. I need to take a break because I'm getting drunk and quick. And then I spent a day when I got home. I'd drunk so much. I had this hotel in Liverpool Street in London because I was doing a thing the next day. I was just sweating all night. Every 40 minutes I'd wake up and have to swap sides. And it was just like, it's like that scene in Trainspotting, you know, when the baby's on the ceiling and he's gone cold turkey and he's like going, it's fucking horrible. So my body can't take it anymore. So I just sweat. I think this is why I'm sweating so much.
How what altitude did you bother skiing?
I went snowboarding. Kai Humphreys very kindly showed me how to do it. And he was teaching me and bringing me down the slopes. I was on the baby. I don't even think it was the baby slope. I think it was just next to the baby slope. It was like just a flat, really. And then I was going to go on the big slope on the last day, but then we had this white out where you just can't see anything in front of you. And he just went, you can't do that, Phil. He says, you're struggling going down.
Did you ski?
No, just snowboard.
Just snowboard? Why didn't you try skiing?
Oh, I've tried skiing years ago, and I was so bad at it that I haven't got the coordination, and the skis just kept crossing, and I couldn't even get up the lift. I fell off the lift every time, about 12 times in a row, and the guy just went, no, you can't go back up. And I went, all right. So I just sort of stood on the ground with skis on, pushing myself forward.
You're so pathetic about going the lift. No.
He just went, yeah. But what's funny is I was sweating so much in all the gigs. It's so obviously you get hot, and then it rubbed all my sun cream off, and I just got so sunburnt in a cloud. I got sunburnt in a fucking cloud.
I did that climbing Snowdon.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
I didn't get the breeze and that, and you're thinking, I'm fine. And the next day, just like scabs all over me. I was like, oh my God.
You did it with your nose, didn't you?
No, that was just rubbing it.
Yeah, rubbing sweat.
Rubbing it.
Rub the skin off.
You know when you're sweating and you rub your face and you end up rubbing your face that much, you end up just like tearing into your skin a bit.
Oh my God.
Do you sweat like that? Because he was saying the other day, he sweats where like it would be like his eyes will be like he's underwater.
He was like, can you not just let yourself sweat?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, because I'll just be like,
like he's underwater.
It does get like that, yeah, because my barber was like, you're sweating too much. And I was like, all right, mate, well, I'm sorry about that. But you've put a fucking cape on me.
You're sweating too much to do what?
To cut because I've only got full hair.
Right.
So when you're trying to get these
the
full
Homer Simpson.
like, you can't get them up because they're just stuck.
they're matted down.
So after the recent success, do you think you might try and get something back overseas?
Hair plugs.
I don't know. Would you? Or are you gonna?
Well, Kai's just done it, and I'm going to say,
have you not been inspired by Kai now? Or
he said to me, so it made me laugh. He went, every time I see bald people now, I just see cowards.
Yeah.
See, I'm the opposite way around. Every time I see turkey here, I think you're a shit.
Yeah, but Kai's not turkey here.
Yeah, he went.
It is?
He went local. He kept it.
Same thing, though.
Yeah, but
same procedure.
Yeah.
I see anyone with that procedure, I just think you're insecure shit house.
But what?
You haven't got the grace or the confidence to go. But I wouldn't.
You would.
But where would your hair? Because I've not seen you with hair. So where would your hair
still grows
stop?
there? Yeah.
Just around the back.
Yeah, it's just like a horseshoe like that. Yeah.
So you see, the thing with me is what I would do is because this is going on the top almost completely.
Mine would have to be 2 procedures. You have to go there and then.
I'd just fill this in. Like,
right.
I wouldn't bring it forward. I've always quite liked having a little.
So you like the
island,
little M?
Yeah, I don't mind that. Yeah, the McDonald's my sponsorship for McDonald's. But
it's when the M's turn to an O. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and I don't want that. So, and I don't want to just shave my head. So I'm probably going to do it. But I'm scared of the knee. I've seen the fucking needles that go in at the beginning, and they scare the shit out of me. They look so painful.
You know, no inspiration from Evan Desmarais to do with a skullet.
Oh God, I saw that the other day.
I was thinking as soon as
What
I
was
said
that?
it, Evan Desmond. Yeah,
It's a skullet, so it's a
Is that a
mullet.
thing or is that something he's made up?
I assume it's a thing by
I've
the way
never
he
seen a
talks about it.
skullet.
oh, it's
Well, yes, he's trying to go a ponytail.
It's wild. It looks like he's had like an
Trying to go
operation.
Ponytail back of his head, isn't he?
when he takes his. There's so many Canadian comics
Yeah.
who are bald but wear baseball caps all the time. You forget when they take it off.
Well,
with Evan, it's a
Hastings
proper old
and
man.
Yeah, because he has it
Bald.
proper. He has proper longer hair.
Yeah, and he just
So
makes you go, ugh,
he likes the half fish, and then, like you say, often you, oh my god, you forgot.
catfish.
But Evan does have young energy to him though. Like he does look. You would put him at like early 30s, I think, with
Right.
the cap and everything else going on.
Well,
Yeah.
he is early 30s, isn't he?
No,
I think he's older than me.
I think he could be close to 40 now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Oh, maybe. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I quite like how he's owning it.
a skullet.
But, yeah, but it's. Fuck, it looks horrible, doesn't it? He showed the picture. You see the picture?
Yeah, but it might look better once you get used to it. It's one of them things where, you've got to do it and think, oh, actually, that's better than what I thought it was going to be.
No.
I mean, you don't see it. I've not seen one before.
I think you
Look
get,
at
I think you
you,
get used to
fucking
looking.
gorgeous quiff.
No, he's horrible, isn't he?
What's wrong with this?
I'm not.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just
Oh.
annoying.
Yeah, but it'll come out eventually, and then I'll have the M or something.
You
I hope it's pulled out by a dog or something.
Yeah.
you won't
won't
lose your
grow
hair,
back.
will you?
I don't know. I don't really. I'm not that fussed
don't
about
think
it. I've
you
had a
will.
good run. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to moan.
You're lying. You are fussed about it. Otherwise, you wouldn't have changed hairstyles 4 weeks ago.
Oh, if it came out, yeah, I'd probably be devastated. Yeah, but I mean, I've had a good run. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like some
Play-
people have got it at 20, haven't
Lying,
they?
you're not fussed. You are.
That's what I
fussed.
thought. Mine was so slow. Like it was receding, but
Yeah.
it just took ages. And now, the past 3 years, it started to really thin.
Before that, Phil, come on.
No, it was always all right.
But
It
you're
was always
looking better
thinning.
now, though.
No, but it was always thin. Yeah, all right. It was always back, but I mean, it wasn't like there was still hair there. But now, this is like horrible, isn't it?
But isn't it weird the way that you start? I reckon you tend to learn how to style yourself
Yeah.
when you get older, like into your 40s. You
Discuss
go,
this.
it's quite stressed. Like if you can nail what you're meant to look like at
Beauty
20,
is wasted on the youth.
but
Youth is wasted on the youth.
like some young
them all.
people, some young people
Send them to the army.
nail it early doors, and they spend their 20s exactly how they should be. And then a lot of us, like, when 18 to 24, it was like skinhead time. When you go, like, if you'd have just had
It wasn't. It was a lot of in betweens. You never had the courage to see something through.
And again, we
So when I
didn't have
grew my
online,
hair,
though,
it
did
was
we?
always the in between phase, and then I go, oh no, just shave it.
But we didn't have
It was
online.
never at the end. What?
We didn't have online, did we? It's bad. So we went to know what was the best
Well,
for it.
that's the thing about a transplant is there's so much in between time. Like
I'm glad you said transplant.
you're
now.
scabby.
Yeah.
Thought it was going to go elsewhere there. Thought you hadn't really left there. Aye. Go on.
When you've got that period, you're gonna have 6 months until it looks good.
Not even. I think even
Probably
longer than
longer,
that.
yeah.
I know a guy, like one of them like toupee things.
I know. Yeah, I know someone.
Have you?
Really?
Yeah. It looked all right.
When you first get them done, the problem is,
With glue.
as with everything else, people get lazy and complacent. So when you first get it done with glue and you've grown the sides out and you get it styled in and the professional stylist is cutting it and stuff, it looks decent.
Yeah.
But then after the 6 months you start going, after you've been paying 50, 60 quid an haircut to go back to the same fella to get it re-glued and restyled, you start going, oh well, I can maybe do it myself. And then the next thing, you start looking a fucking show because you can't do it yourself, but you're used to it, and then you think you're getting away with it, and you don't. You look a fucking show.
Yeah, I had a real hair wig put on for a thing recently, and I looked gorgeous. Like it was long like that. And I
What
was
sort
like,
of hair was it?
it was like fairer hair than mine, but all the way down like this. And I went out, and they put like eyeliner on me and stuff. And I went out into this foyer where all
What are you
the
doing?
people
Stars
were.
in their
I
eyes?
was doing stars in their eyes. It's really inappropriate.
Yeah.
It's doing Diana Ross.
They blacked me up and everything, innit?
Have you seen that clip of the stars in their eyes? They're like it's like in Tunisia or something.
I don't know.
It's insane.
I've seen Stevie Wonder in Netherlands.
Stevie
Yeah,
Wonder.
oh, that one. Did they black him up?
Yeah.
It's a woman. They black
Yeah,
up.
it's a
They
woman,
black up a lady, and then Walker to the keyboard because that's obviously Stevie Wonder. It's just
She
insane.
does all the head stuff.
Yeah. And at no point anyone went, maybe we shouldn't do this.
Yeah. But you know there's no
Same
ill will.
producers as Little Britain.
Probably. There's no ill will there, though. That's just a mistake,
still
innit?
I mean,
It's still culturally accepted to block up in Netherlands.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's what, sorry?
It's still culturally acceptable to block up in Netherlands.
Is it? Bloody
Yeah,
hell.
yeah.
Wow.
They don't see a problem with it. Or like, you've not seen like all the controversy when you have like an like an Ajax team party.
Oh, right.
And all the players are blocked up next
There was someone who
to the
did
black players and stuff.
I saw a kid next to a Dutch player or
Next
something
to-
who blacked up for this. Got a photo with him, yeah.
Yeah.
What weird.
There must be stuff we do that they'll probably think that's not acceptable. Do you reckon? Or do you reckon we're at the forefront of it?
I think
No,
everything we
there's
do
probably
is
plenty
like
of stuff we do.
awful.
What
way-
do you think's
The way
unacceptable
we
that we
drink,
do?
the way we have shirts off in the street,
Yeah, drinking.
all of that
I think,
stuff.
I think the
Swearing,
drinking culture
vulgar, yeah.
is
Right.
insane. And I don't.
Yeah.
That's why I was only recently thinking I
great
might
though,
just
innit?
stop drinking because when I'm like I say, I don't drink for ages.
Yeah.
And then it gets hot, and when I'm like, when I've got anything else to do, when you meet a friend, that's all you meet a friend for. You don't go. Do you want to go and play mini golf?
Coffee?
How long's that gonna last?
Who's done that? Have you met someone for a coffee?
No, but I often think if I was sober, how would I meet up? And I'd have to go for afternoon coffee with a sandwich.
You haven't got anyone. You haven't got anyone in your life who you do that with.
No, but I'd have to find people, or somebody'd have to agree to come with me to have a coffee and a sandwich, and then that's it. But then again, it's.
But he doesn't like. I met my mate, Sunil for a coffee the other morning. We went for a nice coffee. I got some watermelon for breakfast.
Yeah,
Had that.
started off lovely.
I had a banana,
Yeah.
and then we went. Should we go for a pint?
Yeah.
And that was it. And then we just sat there. So I was like, but it took about 20 minutes until we went.
Yeah.
And we tried it.
Yeah, but like you say, how long can it go on for? How long can you stay out with someone before like with drinking, it can go on for 7 hours, 8 hours, if not longer.
Because when I'm at home, I'm literally like, I'm fine. I just drink tea. I play on my PS5, playing Doom, having a great time. And then as soon as if I'm just not got work or I haven't got things to do, I just go, I'll have a drink now.
So you go out on your own?
It's the boredom, innit?
No, but I've always liked drinking on my own. That's always been a thing I've enjoyed.
Whilst out? Though.
Yeah, but then because I gig so much in Manchester, I usually get recognised like once a day, or even from things like this. You know, now we used to get recognised.
Yeah, we're your big...
From podcasts, you
Yeah,
get
we're
recognised weirdly.
The main source, aren't we?
Yeah,
12 times at that festival, I think.
I think it was. It's all another one.
I got sent a photo with you.
Yeah. But that's it. So I was never used to it. But because of these, doing these things, you... and then you're just going, oh, no, I'm just sat... And I'm always sat on my own when they come up and go, hello. And you go, oh, I'm just waiting for a friend. I told you about that time I was sat having a drink on my own in the... I must have told you that.
In the whole night out.
This is...
I was sat at a table in Penville and the Peak pub in Manchester.
Yeah.
I must have told you this.
Probably.
And and it was getting busier because it's like 5 o'clock time, whatever. So, and I was just on my own. So I just sat on the tiniest table, like it's only about this big, and there's a few chairs around. So I go in the corner. Yeah, and they go, and it's getting busier. And these like 4 younger people, like 2 couples, and he's got like a little beard, and he looks like a proper fucking graphic designer.
Yeah.
And he goes, and I can see him looking, but there's a guy on this table with a laptop, and there is room everywhere else, and he just comes over, he goes, oh, hi, yeah. Is it okay if me and my friends sit here? And I went, oh, of course, yeah, of course. And I just sat, and I moved a bit more over, then he just kept staring at me, and I went, oh, you want me to leave?
Yeah.
And he went, yeah, that's all right. And I went, no, I said, are you fucking kidding? I went, no, you can sit around me, but I'm not kidding. You're not telling me to fucking...
Like a big bonfire?
Yeah. And then he went, yeah, but we've got crisps. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's the weird... But that's insane, isn't it?
Yeah, that's bad. That's a bad mentality.
No one would do that.
Can you move because there's more of us? That is absolutely mental.
Because I got the sit around. Of course, you're more than welcome, but...
Yeah, can we make do?
Kick me out.
You just have to glom onto them then, don't you? And then you're part of that group now, I suppose.
But I wondered if you want to be just.
You've got to offer an alternative or something, surely.
I'm just going to watch them like a cook.
Yeah.
Sat in the corner of it.
Are you watching any on your phone? Are you watching anything?
That table.
Are you watching anything on your phone when you drink alone?
I listen to podcasts. I listen to film podcasts.
Oh, do you have headphones in?
Yeah.
Oh, I drink alone. And
where are you looking?
if I'm in a pub, I'm headphones out.
Doing what?
I'll look at stuff on my phone, no sound on.
Blasting out the music.
No sound on. But I won't have headphones in. There's something about a pub.
Have one headphone.
No, there's something about a pub.
I do get that a bit because I have noticed now.
It's community space, and there's music already on. I feel like, I don't know.
One headphone.
No, there's something about a pub where I'm like, no,
I'd have one.
Sit there and enjoy it.
Two can look a little bit off, but one, I think, one AirPod, they're not to know. They're not to know with the AirPod.
I mean, I kind of think,
you've got to move that.
Oh, sorry, pal. I think you're right about that in a way, because I sometimes get disorientated when I've just had headphones in for about 2 hours, and then you walk out, so you're like, fuck, I've got no balance or anything.
I also feel like I'm looking at everyone else with no headphones and thinking they're all talking about me.
Oh, yeah.
They're not on their own.
No, but even other people on their own, like, because you get our fellas who've always done it, who don't need
Yeah, but they're
headphones.
stood there waiting for somebody to talk to them, whereas you don't want to talk to anyone.
That's why I'm sat down in the corner.
Yeah, but they're wanting somebody to talk to them.
Oh, no.
They're not stood at that bar. They're wanting the barman to get involved with them.
No.
They are. No one stands at the bar wanting to not be spoken to.
Well, people stand at the bar because they've got the politeness to not take up a table and have someone come up to them going, hey, come on, give that table. There's 4 of us. There's only one of you.
You telling me that if you're in a quiet pub and there's a barman there and they're stood at the bar, that they won't end up speaking? They will.
They can't, you get the guys who do just waffle to the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've sat at the bar before and said nothing to the barman.
I wouldn't do that. That's mental.
It's not mental because why take up a table, and 2, more than one drink, you walk on back to the bar, and if you drink on your own, you're probably drinking like
it's awkward enough when you're in a lift with someone for 20 seconds. So if you're sat there for an hour and a half.
Pops round and gets on with things, doesn't he?
Yeah, but it'll automatically something to laugh at. No, it'd have to be weird to have just 2 people sat at a quiet bar now.
But that's why they have a Weatherspoons magazine. Because those old boys do just sit there and they need to be indoctrinated. I went in that. Oh, fuck, I'm not even told you about this. I was so mentally exhausted like last week, and I was in a car crash.
Oh,
the
wow.
car's just written off.
The Beetle.
Beetle's dead.
50 quid Beetle.
4 years I got out of it. Died. And I literally just
The best Bluetooth in the game.
Yeah.
You didn't crash it trying to fix that, did you?
Late night calls to
Jesus, that lasted about 2 calls. It was like a wind tunnel.
You got angry about that, didn't you?
Yeah.
I just put new brake pads on it, and then it went, thanks for that, see ya.
Wow.
So I've had to get public.
Where did you crash, sorry?
On the M25. The car just spun out of control, came towards, avoided it, and then just fucking bounced off and came back, and I was like, oh, you fucking kidding.
Were you the only one, just the 2 of you involved, or was it?
Yeah, and then I stopped, and the lady went, oh, I went, are you right? She had a daughter in the car, so I couldn't be annoyed. So I was just like, are you both okay? Made sure the daughter was okay. And then she went, thanks for stopping. I went, yeah, you hit me. I didn't just stop because I'm nice. I mean, I'm here. If you fucking hit
Fuzzy
me.
bear will wait for no man. Go on.
So I've had to get public transport, and I've not been able to pull these gigs. It's too short notice.
Oh, no.
I had to get to Darlington and back, which was a nightmare on the trains. It's from where I live. So, and I couldn't change it because they booked tickets for me for a preview. And I got there, and I was like, these people would have had a much better night if I hadn't fucking turned up. A waste of time. And then I don't know what the fuck's happening, because when you're just exhausted.
Yeah.
Got on the train, missed a connection. It was my fault missing the connection. And then the guy went, yeah, it was at York. And he went, the next one's at 1:46 a.m. And it was like 12 o'clock. And I went, fuck. And I went, well, could you open that little area so I can sit in it? And he went, no, I can't. I went, please. He went, yeah, all right then. And I thought it's worth asking twice. Sat in it, and I went, woke up at 2, and I went, oh, you're fucking kidding me.
Oh.
And the guy went, the next one's at 2:46. I got home at 8 a.m. Then I had a gig in Crewe the next day. I'd had like 2 hours sleep. Went to Crewe. It was a brilliant gig. Sean Walsh was there. I was chatting to him and that.
Yeah.
I went, well, it's only a 35-minute trip home. on the crew to Manchester. Woke up here in Liverpool, 12 o'clock, and I went, oh, fuck me. It was like 11, gone 11. I had to wait in that Weatherspoons for an hour. It was the only thing that was open until the next train at 12, got home at 2 o'clock. And that's when Shaw went, you need to take some time off. Because
you need to sleep. You need a good sleep there.
Because I went, oh, did I tell you about this? And he went, yeah, you said you were dead funny, like in the green room for 10 minutes telling the story. Do you not remember? I went, no, I don't. I just remember, fuck. That's just tiredness. It's crazy.
I've had that where you don't remember anything of a day when you're that knackered.
Yeah.
You're like, you feel like I wasn't even drunk. You think you just needed to sleep.
Yeah,
I was like that
I think that was it. I just needed to sleep. And then I had a really good sleep the other day, and I feel
nice and well rested.
Yeah.
That's good.
Let's go fight.
Nice clear skin.
Go have a fight in the car park.
Doing it in tonight?
Getting fucking hammered, mate.
So how long
Getting hammered and going to fucking crew.
So how long have you been off for? You off tonight then?
Off tonight. Did a preview last night for the new Edinburgh show in Leeds.
Oh yeah, we had a Patreon the other day comment about the show we went to see you do in the Hive in 2023.
Oh yeah.
Was it 23 that show?
Yeah.
One where you were dressed as a cat.
Oh, how did he feel about that?
He said
he saw the first one. There was 6 people in. And he soon realised it was Monday. It was the first one.
Oh, was it the first one? Yeah. No.
Yeah, there was 6 people in. He said, and he soon realised there was 5 people in because one of them was a plant.
Yeah.
It's like you were there. You come out just like in your morph suit with whiskers on, and he said the next hour was just.
He said, I think he was saying about. He said it was brilliant, didn't he?
He said it was pure art. He said like the way you committed to it.
Yeah.
He said it was fantastic, like, but no one really understood
what
was going on.
Well,
like, this is a man having a breakdown. Like, what are they?
Our theory on it, or my theory.
Then someone said someone replied saying, "Oh, I saw the same show in Chorley when it was on tour, and it was great, except he had a breakdown and kicked 2 people out at the same time."
They were fucking cunts, those 2 people.
That Chorley one.
Well, I've heard a few people say the same thing about Chorley.
Rag had 2 people throw up on the other people in it.
And they just wouldn't stop heckling him. My mum and dad had come to that. And at one point, my mum just went, some people are paid to see this.
good on Mum.
Not me, obviously.
They were just fucking horrible. And it was great. And then they were just ruining, when they're ruining it. And then when you kick them out, they're going, goes, you're not funny. I'm going, but that clearly isn't the case. You're ruining it.
Did you have an opener?
No, I just go in into the show. But the problem is,
it's hard having openers for you because you're so, is the way of the Serbic.
I think, I think this, like, I don't know.
Find someone that matches the energy.
Yeah. So I don't really like having the openers. I like just as we do the show. But like,
no way is that financial decision to not have openers either. Yeah.
3 people.
I know.
Well, he's having to play pants.
To be fair, he's got a whole crew with him, hasn't he? Yeah. Surely one of them would go and do 10 just to sniff out any of the potential.
Yeah. Well, weirdly, I don't think that. I don't know.
Do you have to book the plants for the tour as well?
Yeah, so I just change bits, but like Shea Burnley's always in my shows and stuff. And
Vince did it when I seen it.
Yeah, and Tom Short.
Yeah.
People like that usually put in. Like I had a plant yesterday for the preview, but it was really funny because I didn't actually know what he was going to do, and he put this voice on. I was going, this is what's up. I went, we didn't clear the voice. I think there's dodgy.
What accent was it?
I have no idea. It didn't sound right.
No.
Did not sound right.
No.
It was borderline.
It wasn't European.
Yeah.
No. He'd gone full other side of the world.
It wasn't his ethnicity, that way.
Yeah. I was like, that is not the bit. I don't know where that came from. I'm so sorry.
This is what he said. He went, want to share a story of Ellis. Back in 23, my wife and I went to see the opening show of his Edinburgh Fringe run. It was a lunchtime slot at the Hive, and honestly, it was one of those bizarre hours of our lives. There were only 6 of us in the audience, including his wife, and as we later realised, one of his plants. Phil came out in a full morph suit with whiskers drawn on his face, and for the next hour, it felt like we were watching a man slowly unravel on stage. It was surreal, chaotic, and at times genuinely hilarious, like witnessing a live one-man nervous breakdown.
Oh, brilliant.
To his credit, he fully committed to the bit despite the crowd. And I honestly... the 5. The famous 5. And I honestly respect him for that. It was confusing, uncomfortable, and brilliant all at once. We still talk about it now.
Oh, great. I'll take that.
Yeah, so he's going to go and catch again this year's Fringe, although he'll go for a weekend slot instead.
Oh yeah. Wait for it. Let it bed in.
But I say, when they're going like, oh, it was all like there was low numbers, but like they don't know that you've been in that situation countless times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that you're like unraveling on stage. Like, yeah, of course it's that.
Well, that was the show that then just sold after about 5 days. Just sold out every day and was like, that's the nominated.
Was that word or mouth? Or was that review?
Scotsman review always helps, and then word of mouth. And I think a lot of comics come because they go, he dresses a cat. Yeah. But like last year's show sold out, but the first 5 days, not a lot. And then it just sold out every day since. Because you just, once you start getting the reviews in, that's when you get the bums on seat. For me, because I'm not a famous person, so no one knows me. But in Edinburgh, I've got a little bit more of a...
Was it going to be your retirement? You were never going to do Edinburgh. You did one of them marketing strategies, didn't you? If this is the last time I'll be doing it.
I was making fun. I did one about having 2 kids.
Do you think you'll ever call Edinburgh a day? Or do you think you love it too much?
I love it. I do love it.
You do love it, though.
It's fucking exhausting, though. And I haven't done enough publicity this year.
Right.
Where are you this year? Come on, get a little plug in now.
So I'm at the Monkey Barrel 4, 12:45 p.m. AM, forget 12:45
You love a lunchtime
p.m. every
slot,
day.
don't you?
It's amazing. Because you set the bar. And if your show, like my last 2 shows have been fucking brilliant.
You want to peak the festival at 2 p.m.
But you do, yeah.
Follow that.
Because that kind of is it. Because then they go out and then they go, oh, it's not as fun as that. Because mine are just so fun and silly.
Yeah.
So if you get people really happy at 12,
I can imagine it'd be hard for them to go and watch me after seeing you beating, and I'm like there going, I'm fucking miserable.
Yeah, well, that's because mine are just so fun.
Yeah.
And that's all I care about is making people laugh now. When years ago I used to be like, I'm going to subvert that. And I'm like, I just want to make people laugh. And I'll do a few tricks and it'll be silly and it's not quite run of the mill, but it's accessible, you know. Close
enough, yeah.
So 12:45 is really good. And plus, then you're not just hanging around. You know, when you're hanging around all day for a gig and you can't relax.
You can't do anything when you've got a gig.
Yeah, I can't do that. That ruins the day for me. So I'd understand that one, but it'd also annoy me that I had to be up at like 11 the next day. Because you know, Edinburgh time, 4 a.m. I think is like 11 o'clock. Yeah, that's the time scale I sort of was on.
You just get in a little routine. So I would get up, I've walked to the gig, and I'd have a banana and an apple. Do the gig, and then just drink for the whole day.
Yeah. Well, apparently now I've heard that.
Never at home.
If I was done by 2 o'clock, I'd just have to get on the air. Like.
Apparently now that's the best. That because of people are staying outside of the city, afternoon is like the peak time now, not the evening. That's what I heard from last year's Fringe.
People got to get back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fucking night. I'm in student halls again this year, but I get in the best in class. You know the.
You qualify for that little one. Nice. What did you have to send? What paperwork did you have to send in for that? A tax return.
A picture of me covered in gold.
Yeah.
Foraging in the woods.
Yeah.
Got to send a picture of your ginnel.
Yeah.
All sat around one log.
Like, yeah. That's funny.
So I filled a form out once years ago because I tried to get some funding help and they just said no. They gave it to quite a few rich people last year though.
Did they?
Yeah. There's a lot of,
wow.
Yeah. A lot of clowns getting some
was there?
Yeah.
Can't afford Edinburgh with £6,000 for Gollier's fine.
So do you know what it has to be? I think it's something like you have to fill out, and to find out if you're working class, you have to say what your parents did when you were 12 years old.
Is this genuine?
This is true.
Is that what they decide?
That's what it is, yeah.
For who? So, what, the Arts Council? Oh.
Yeah, so this is what they... So
well, it's not, it's that, isn't it the woman, is the girl from Fleabag, isn't it? Hasn't she done one?
She did one as well, yeah. I think I might have even gone for that. I think that, but you have to fill it out, and you have to... So my dad was a forklift driver, my mum was a cashier at Asda.
Oh, this is horrible. So like, this is just
tick,
like...
Tick.
Yeah, that's like when I was in uni, when first year I got like $8,000 because my dad was on the cabs, wasn't putting through anything for the tax man. And then when he was like, oh yeah, well, it's all based on your parents' income, it's like fucking next to nothing. And the next year he's gone cards in as electrician. And he's on like a good wage sort of thing. And it's like, I've gone from getting $8,000 a year to about 2.5. Like, what the fuck am I meant to do here now?
So there's a questionnaire.
Don't forget to check up his Dad's past records. Because he clearly has been evading taxes. Nice one, Rob.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
Check him.
It all goes back into the community.
Yeah. So you have to fill in a form to establish whether you're working class. Like, is that the same with best in class, or do they just sort of go, "We know you're poor"?
I'm not there because of any other reason. I mean, all I'm saying about the best in class flat is that Sian just works really hard sorting things out for everyone, basically. So she just found a flat and she lets me stay in it every year. Thank God, because otherwise I'm shite at sorting myself. But she just messages me every year going, "We got the flat. These are the details."
Is she getting discount? Is she like?
So
no, I think we still have to pay.
So you're not even doing best in class show.
No.
You're in the best in class flat.
Yeah, but we're all. No, but it's not.
So there's people who are doing the best in class show who don't get access to the flat because you're in it.
Spent 10 grand on a flat and leave.
There's a lot of people not doing the best in class show. It's just
Yeah, but it should be.
She just helps out.
They want them there for morale.
Northern working class acts.
You need a star player.
But when
don't you?
When do I stop being working class?
When they put,
You can't. You never. That's the beauty of it.
I suppose you
be
are
a billionaire. That's still.
Well, if you
working
work in the
class.
arts, there's an argument in it. There's an argument to be made. But anyway, yeah. So I know people who've gone in the compilation. They've gone like, "Oh yeah, congratulations, you're in best in class." That's it. You don't get no help. You're just in the best in class show. I was like, right. So,
but what Sian does as well is sorts out everyone's fucking posts. Like she does so much work. Like she goes, "I've got us all these posters out, for things," and it's like loads of work goes into it and all the admin and stuff. So it's good. It's a good thing, but it's just annoying when she's running around really trying hard to help people out, and then some fucking tumble act goes and gets $8 grand to go and do the fucking Pleasance. And it's just like, what's the point?
Yeah, but you can have a pint with them afterwards, won't you? Break bread.
Oh yeah. No, I like
How's
it.
your
By the way,
run?
I'm also friends with a lot of clowns.
Yeah.
And like to say hi to all of you.
And you would love to one day perform at the Pleasance your hour, surely. Have you ever performed at the Pleasance?
I got banned from the Pleasance.
Did you?
Yeah. Because I tried to hang myself during the Fast
Of
Fringe.
course, yeah.
So I got banned for a year, and and now the Fast Fringe. I told you about that.
I remember seeing the clip
Because Chortle had just given me 3 stars, and I was going. You do the Fast Fringe, you do 3 minutes to try and get all this audience come to watch 25 acts do 3 minutes. I mean, it's a good idea for a show.
Yeah.
You do 5, and then they go, "Oh, I might go and see that show," and you fly her afterwards. But they just give me 3 stars, and I came in. I went, "You're going to try and kill my fucking career, are you, Chortle?" And I threw the mic over this lighting rig, and I went, "Right, well, there you go. Just might as well kill me then." So I stood on a chair, and I wrapped it around my neck, and I did that. And I got to a lady at the front, and I went, "Go on, pull that as tight as you can." And she went, "Ugh." So I'm on my tiptoes, and I went, "Right, someone kicked the chair." But I looked, but no one's going to kick the chair. And I looked, and the thing had just wobbled a bit, this lighting rig. And I'd done this before, and normally I can grab something. But then I went, "That's quite," and it's all over the audience. So this guy just got up, and I looked at him, and I went, "There's no fucking way he's gonna." And he just pulled the chair, and I just went, clap. So I started hanging. And Joey Page, they have your TV with your show on, and I turned it to face the wall. I went, "I don't want you fucking people coming to my show." Anyway, Joey just turned it round, and as I'm hanging, he just slowly turned it round so everyone could see where I was on.
Got your
And
back.
it was, who was it? Someone came over and just basically, Gabriel came over and he just picked me up and held me like he caught me having a strangle wank or something. And held me so someone could undo it. But I was just hanging and I had a red thing. The tech started crying because she was having some trauma from the whole thing. Claudia, she was like, "Oh, God." And then I didn't realise it was the one day they had health and safety in. At the back, and they'd all and I was right at the end of the show, so they'd all gone, "Well, everything seems to be, I've just signed this off."
Yeah, that classic.
Just watch this last act.
Yeah.
And it was wobbling, and I thought, if this comes down, it's going to kill about 6 people, so I just had to leave it hanging. And then afterwards, I went to him, I said, "What the fuck did you do that for, you fucking idiot?" He went, "Well, you asked me to." I went, "What did you think was going to happen?" And then I didn't realise, before I'd gone on, there'd been 2 magicians. And they've been getting people to come up and do it. So he thought it was magic act.
You thought you were going to float or something?
That's good if they thought you were a magic act. That's funny, isn't
Ended up
it?
fucking hanging.
So, you've recently been recording things.
Yeah. Exciting stuff. When's this going out?
Whenever you want.
Yeah.
Probably within 2 weeks, though, because we've not got
It'll
anything
either,
else.
it'll either
It
be,
might not be announced.
it'll be Tuesday or week on Tuesday.
Right, okay.
It's
Our
been
Patreon's
announced in
new.
about 2 weeks,
Right.
I think.
Well, our patrons know already, so
Yeah,
I think everyone
sign up
knows
to the
already.
Patreon if you want to find out what we're talking about.
Well, if we just don't mention the name of the
'Cause they
show, can we
told
talk
us.
about it or
But
not?
it'll be on
Nah, don't talk about
TV
it.
in September,
Right.
which I'm really excited about. And the recording was amazing.
And how did it come about you getting it?
Just like working
Cornered
hard
the
for
producer,
years.
didn't you, someone?
No, but is that what you did? Like, you corner someone in
It
Edinburgh
was
or
things
what?
like, well, so I did.
That's
well,
how people get most things. I'm trying to get on altitude just by that. Bullying Brett.
Oh, yeah, I'm not on it this year.
Yeah, well,
I
I'm
messaged
not,
him,
and
but he
I've been messaging him every day.
Yeah, and
just
he
sending
went-
him posters of myself. Every time he announces an act, I take them out to put myself in.
That's funny,
and just send them it.
It was fun, altitude, but to be honest, I don't think I could do it again next year. But he said I'll be on the year after, hopefully. But
Oh,
It
yeah.
is
He
fun,
knows
it
he's waiting for the TV thing to kick off.
he's
He's waiting for the extra
But
profile.
and the gig I did was amazing. But you just do like 2 gigs and you're just hanging around and you end up just.
Oh, he's
it's
told me.
not healthy.
He's
like.
told me there's a space for me, but you need to get a diversification in first, maybe.
All
So
right.
so he's like, there's a compare spot and a closing spot.
Netherlands act coming on.
Yeah, compare spot and a closing spot. But he basically
Yeah.
went, but I've got to try and fill that with a woman or some sort of diversity first. He said, if
It's
I
not
can't
like- it's not
if
like
I
there
can't
aren't-
find no one, you can have it.
It's not like there aren't enough
And,
acts to choose from.
well, that's what I said that to him. He went, well, you're never getting it denied. He's basically told you no.
That's funny. I got that. Yeah, basically, so the nomination helps, but then I didn't get any TV or anything for a year. So I was a bit like, oh, it's a bit of a waste of time. But what I had, it brought everyone into the show,
Yeah.
and I knew that some of the people working behind the scenes of it really liked me, but you've got to get it cleared by the channel.
Right.
And then I got asked to do this thing where it was at Soho Theatre, and it was like a tryout for a new TV show. And it's funny because I wasn't going to do it. They said, you should do it, like, because it's like, I said, it's only 50 quid. They went, yeah, but all the TV people be in.
Everyone's there.
And then it went really well. And I think it's when they went, oh, and they just saw me in a panel being.
Why were you not going to do it? Why did you not want to do that?
Because it was going to, I had to pay to get to London. And
Oh, so you
I'm
just
so
wouldn't be
fucking
bothered.
working class, I can't afford it, mate.
Yeah. And what was the trial thing that you set on a panel?
Yeah, it was for a TV show, like like a parlour game thing that they're trying to they're trying to make into a show. So I know all I had to do is sit there and be funny and sort of riff with people. And I think when they went, excuse me, oh right, so we know now that he can sustainably, because I was the wacky guy who they couldn't quite trust. So they went, right, okay, so he can do a great show, and it's got a structure, and he can do that. So they were like, okay. So I think that's what it was. But it's just look like you just got to keep. I always say because I know some acts get so bitter, and you just like, you can't, because like I wanted to get bitter after the Cat Show, which got nominated and everyone loved. And I was just like, oh, nothing happened. But I was like, well, it's easier to get angry, or I'll go back with an even better show. So I just went back with a better show. And
Well, that's it, because
well.
we've always had the opposing opinion. Not opposing opinion, sorry. I've always said you're too good to keep dancing for them. I've always said
Well,
to you
that's nice
for
of you to
years,
say, but-
you should be doing, just build it yourself now.
Yeah.
But you've always, you've kept plugging away sort of thing. And
Yeah.
that's paid off.
Thanks, mate. No, I apprate it. I know when you messaged, that was really nice. But it's
I don't agree with that at all, but
No,
absolute charlatan over there.
Keeping a bit fucking quiet. Fucking James Dean in the corner.
No, because you've plugged away at the industry and the fringe and doing that, right? Whereas like a lot of people in the north, and I've gone like, well, clip,
Yeah.
podcast, try and build my own thing, sort of thing.
Yeah, I just can't do the clipping. I am going to start a podcast now, finally, because I think people just keep saying, like, Chris Cantrell just keeps going, Phil, just do it.
Yeah, but you're always good on
Sit
it.
in a
You
room.
always, clips always do well on ours that you've got, especially when you go off on one.
I know, just give me a minute. I'm too happy.
That's the problem. Yeah. It's going too well. You got to worry about it. Though. You're going to lose your
Oh,
stick.
don't worry, I could lose my shit in a minute. You know that. Get the fucking drinks out. What's this? Open that. What is that?
Do you want an Asahi?
What is
Have
it?
we got Asahi's?
There's Asahi's in there, yeah.
I'll have an Asahi. Yeah, go on.
Do you want a beer?
That is
Oh,
whiskey.
after what I've just said,
there's
that I
nothing
don't
in it.
drink. Yeah, go on, I'll have one.
There's nothing in that. We've had that.
These are nice and cold, these.
Oh, this is exciting, isn't it? Thank you.
You haven't got a coaster.
I had a little Asahi can. What did I have the other day?
Have one now.
Oh, no, I've got to drive, haven't I?
We'll just edit that out and drink.
No, this
They are
no.
cold though.
This is he must have something else to do because he doesn't want to start. Because once he starts, that's it. Then
Shall I have your
yeah,
coats?
you've had this. Now.
Are these official merch?
No, someone sent them in.
Don't ruin the table.
That's what I'm thinking. How have you got this place anyway? If you don't know, the listeners or watchers, I'm basically in some dodgy fucking lockup in the back street in
It's
Liverpool.
not dodgy. It's a sign shop.
It's a sign.
We're in the
shop.
office of a sign shop.
Yeah.
So
And multiple people receive post here, and that's just the way. And that's just on the Royal Mail. I don't know what they're doing. But there's 10 Greek men that get a post here, and we had no idea.
where's the sign guy?
Yeah.
Downstairs.
Is he? Are they
She-
working?
Do you need anything for
I know,
Edinburgh?
as soon as I said he, I went, "What a sexist thing!"
Yeah, they're all well, two of them are downstairs now,
Oh, are they? All right.
making signs.
I should hope so. Or else they're fired.
Yes, this is so. It's a relative of mine's, and they went.
Right.
And then when we were like, right, if we have to keep driving to Chester, it's finished. So
And that
I
breeze
asked
spot
her,
room
and-
was fucking grim.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. This is much better.
That's saying we're the fucking the
This
Ritz.
feels a bit cozier.
I suppose it's
Yeah.
a little nest, isn't it, up at the top?
Is Danny still doing his pods? There?
He's with Brennan now. He's
Assume
doing
so, yeah.
Yeah, he's got Brennan now, isn't he?
They're doing one together.
Reboots every. It's like he reboots like
He
every
likes
year.
to
Sugar
switch it
babes,
up.
innit?
It's like the
Keeps things
Marvel
mo-
universe.
keeps things
Sugar
going.
babes of the podcast. The lineup changes. One constant, and the lineup changes every other week.
See, where would you record it? At a Lovely Times place?
Yeah, that's the plan. So I'm
Just
hoping to do one with.
theme behind it.
Not thought one yet, but I'm hoping to do it with Anna Thomas. Do you know
Right,
Anna Thomas?
yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
She
yeah.
is so funny.
Okay, did it the other week.
So, yeah, she's one of those people that is just funny, and
Yeah.
she'll tell you things. Like the other day, I was chatting to her about would she like to do a podcast, and she lives next to my mum and dad in Leyland, Preston.
Right.
And she goes, "Are you on the?" I can't do a Welsh accent, so she goes, "Are
That's
you on
very
the?
rhythmic.
Are you on the? Are you on the Leyland Facebook group?" And I went, "No." She goes, "Oh, there's been a dog missing for days. I was so bored the other day, so I'm going to go look for the dog." So she ends up in the car park looking. She was convinced it was in these shrubs near a car park, right? So she's in these bushes, and a guy just goes, "What are you doing?" And she went, "Looking for this dog." He went, "I've seen about that dog. I'll help you look." So now she's just got a random.
Sounds like a child's
following
book.
around. I know.
Like the whole town looking for this dog.
Just some old fella.
They find it.
No, so she had to lose this. She went, he wasn't being creepy, but I just didn't want him following me everywhere, so
Yeah.
she had to try and lose him.
Did they find it?
No, didn't find it. But and then she had a spare ticket for Diana Ross.
I saw
So
that.
went
Yeah, I
to
saw you two going there.
Fucking amazing.
Was it?
Yeah, it was so funny. It was an amazing night, like the gig, because you forget Diana Ross has so many songs. And you're just
Yeah.
going, I forgot about that one. You go, and then she did the Supremes medley, and I went, "Oh, this is amazing," and we just had such a good laugh. And then it was funny because Hayley Ellis sent me a message afterwards, and her mum had been, and my mum went, "I was on a row, and there was a really nice gentleman in a brown leather jacket. He was very polite." And she went,
No.
That's you in it." I went, "Oh God, it was." So thank God it was polite.
Wow.
Because I was trying to be polite because I kept having to go past them and things.
Imagine being blood to be like, fuck
Get the fuck out of the
get
way.
away.
You're like Hayley Ellis. But yeah, so that was quite nice.
So you're going to do it Cantrell's gaff, but you've no idea what you and Anna want to do it with.
No, I think it's going to be a lot of waffling. I'm thinking of doing like I used to love it on kids shows where people would phone in,
Yeah.
and call like fucking
Yeah.
Paul Dran cunts or something like. What's that famous one where they go, "I'd like to know why you're so shit," and they go, "Oh no."
Yeah.
Well, Jeremy Vine gets one all the time, doesn't he?
Oh God, it's so good that one. Isn't it?
Yeah.
So-and-so's a bitch.
It's just the same thing. I don't know what it is in reference.
Well, that LBC, is it LBC? They have
Yeah.
like controversial call-ins, don't they? And that.
Oh God.
I've never seen the clip.
Doing live call-ins is a good idea, but it's just a bit.
Would you go live or would you go down the Longley route and
Yeah.
pre-script them, edit them in and just...
Jesus Christ.
What have you heard it? Yeah, it's a good.
I've heard. Yeah. I mean, I don't.
You've heard secondhand, or you've heard it. You listened.
I don't listen to it.
you
Yeah.
not
I
listened?
like Dave a lot, but I won't. I won't listen to that.
I can't listen because I'm always
I
listening
think-
in the car and I get so like... self-aware of what I'm listening to when you put up the lights or so, and you think, can they hear this?
That's how I sit to my film podcast.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think he is funny, isn't he?
He's funny. I just don't know what he's doing. I just don't know what he's doing.
Who's this for? Yeah, you listen to it going, is it not for other comedians? Who's this for?
I know. I mean, it keeps him out of trouble, doesn't it? He's out
Well,
where he's going to wrestle with men again.
Yeah.
Keeps him off the map for an hour.
Yeah. Interesting cat.
I gave Dave loads of my old like consoles and stuff like my game book because he's two boys
his lads
really
love the old
into,
vintage ones and that.
yeah, they're really into gaming. So I was like, well, that's just sat in the loft. And then you start going, I wish I had the GameCube. You're not going to play it, but you're just going, God, I wish I had it back.
When do you reckon you're going to give up on the PS5? When you
When's the
realize
new one out?
you realize you're too mature for smoking. You're not too mature how to game.
Oh no, I fucking love it. Doom, the new Doom is fucking amazing. I'm on Fortnite every day.
Really?
And you can, I'm Fortnite, and I know it's mostly for kids, but you can always tell another middle-aged man because they'll be like the Predator or Terminator, or I'm Michael Myers. And it's like you always have a moment when you go, "Oh, you're in the middle-aged too." Hey, stop shooting me! Like, we should team up.
I've no idea.
I couldn't. I just can't imagine you gaming though as well.
Oh, I love it. I'm great at Fortnite as well. Good season at the minute, superhero based. I enjoyed the Star Wars last one.
I haven't got a clue what you're on about.
You know what you should bring back?
Hanging.
No. Well, that, yeah, but your videos from lockdown.
Well, I was thinking
You should
I was
do
doing
that.
them, but that's what everyone does now.
Yeah,
But I was doing it.
Yeah.
But I never capitalised on it.
Oh, I've started doing loads of derivative stuff from online now.
Oh, have you not seen his latest attempts?
Oh, no,
Yeah.
I'm blocked. I've blocked you. I don't think I follow you.
No, probably don't.
He's an interview.
Probably don't.
Yeah.
He's an interview guy now.
Yeah.
You do interviews?
Does mock interviews.
I do post-match because I've seen some people on TikTok and other comedians doing these interviews. So I thought I'll do that and comment on my clips that I've released the week before.
Oh,
But it's derivative and so it's a bit unoriginal. So I'm getting a bit of pushback on it, but I'm going to stick to it and go through the hate
Push past it.
and then obviously keep up with the unoriginal content.
Do you do a lot of online content? You just
clip stand up, put it out. It's just like we had this discussion just then. Is someone was saying they don't like it when you get a share off a big account because you might get loads of views and the likes aren't as a comparator to the views. Whereas as I'm so arrogant, I just assume every view's a new fan, so I don't even look at anything else. I just look at how many views it got. I'm like, right, that's another 100,000 people that I might be able to sell a ticket to.
If you change your Instagram to a business account, you can see all the analytics.
Really. Yeah, I've got.
Don't look at them; they're horrible, aren't they?
I've got that as well.
Everyone just keeps calling me a
0.00.
bald cunt recently.
Yeah.
But not even like in a horrible way. They go, I think bald is right.
Yeah, but when you see how long the watch time is, God, send you that. The watch time is. It doesn't get 0.01. Are you thinking 84% of 0.0?
My algorithm on Instagram is worrying. Do you know what all it is? It's attractive elderly women showing you their new clothes.
Right.
Just that like going.
Well, at least they're showing you clothes.
That is a respectable kind of pervert.
Putting them on, not taking them off.
That is a very respectable pervert.
Very muscly women. I don't know what I've lingered on, but you don't usually linger on a video. That's you fucked, isn't it? Like, you're getting that.
Do you ever put your phone down to do something and you've left it on a video? You think, that's all I'm going to get now for weeks. Don't even like it. I'll having a shit and wipe my ass, and now I had to put my phone down to wipe, and that video's played 20 times. Like, that's all I'm going to get now.
Why did
I'm going to get to that video.
How long are you wiping?
That's a big ass.
Why don't you do them again?
The walking around talking ones?
No, the ones in the house, please.
All right, well, I'll try.
I mean, but like, obviously, you could make them into more of a sitcom thing.
But you've got to remember, I was on my own without Wi-Fi for 3 months, and I was genuinely drinking all day and chain smoking, and I was probably
but a little bit more production value on them. A little bit more production value on them. They.
Well, I was good with all the angle. The problem was I had an old phone, and I couldn't because I had to do it all on my 4G. I had to upload them all at a lower res because otherwise that would have been my
bang them on a reel, bro. They're great.
I've been told you need to start going live on our podcast page on TikTok. Apparently we're missing out on a fortune by you not going live.
Me?
Well, I'm not going to do it. And when you're bladdered on a couch and you're doing fake Insta stories, you should be going live on TikTok. Apparently it would make us a fortune.
Yeah, go live.
Does it?
Get in your punt out. Get you some Coronas on the side.
Oh, mate, no, he did it last. You tell him last night.
Oh,
No.
2 hours on his driveway.
No.
4 Peronis.
Just joking.
4 Peronis, a big one, and 20 chicken nuggets.
It's just comedy content.
Just sat on his drive.
It's comedy content.
I know you do it though. I know you do it. But I don't get why you're on. What do your neighbours think? That's what I don't get.
But
Like if you're in a garage, I kind of would understand it a bit more. But you're on your drive.
Don't do
You
it.
are.
Only
You are.
joking. Just comedy content.
He used to ring me, and you just go in the car and sit there, fucking open here.
Yeah.
you're too loud.
But what do your neighbours think? They must see you in there and go, "What's he doing?"
Just me, the estate has got a good few characters on.
Is it?
I'm blending in.
Yeah.
There's some bloke in his driveway
Yeah.
parking.
We're not allowed to talk about this estate.
We just,
There's
it's
murder on it.
scary.
Murder.
Someone's climbed into someone's window.
It's a scary
Oh
estate.
no! Oh, I hate the
Scary
idea of
estate.
intruders.
Yeah. Have you ever been robbed?
Yeah, my house burgled once. My car was robbed once, and I got it back, but they left the tape deck, but nicked all my mixtapes. So I fucking know what I'm talking. You know what I mean? Got a good taste of music at the time. Yeah, but that's about it.
What are you going to do with your car situation? You're going to get to the bottom of that now, so it's written off.
Oh yeah, you're gonna make more money now.
No,
You make a profit from the payout.
Yeah.
Well,
Actually, that's not disgusting.
no, but the
In case the insurers are watching
Yeah.
before they pay them out.
oh yeah. So I needed to get a new car as well. I mean that car, but I love the Beetle. Like I loved
It's
it.
you. A Beetle is you.
And it was such a fun car, but it is just what it was. I went, oh, the battery's flat, and then you could just feel it pulling a bit, and I went, oh no, this is going to cost, and it's not. You can't put money into that.
What was her car that rammed into you? Because she spun out, didn't she?
Oh, it was a big electric, one of those SUV. I fucking hate those SUV-shaped things.
Right.
I mean, the car that people drive when they don't know how to control a big car. So.
Oh.
But,
It's inconvenient, isn't it, when you get involved in a crash? That's the bad.
10 minutes away from the destination as well.
You pull
And
over.
it was a family event that I've not been able to make for like 4 years, and then that was it. Fucked.
No, you didn't go.
Well, I went, but then I got there 3 hours late after the barbecue had happened, and then I had to just sit upstairs on the phone for 2.5, 3 hours.
How did you get there?
Well, it was drivable, but it's written off
Oh.
cost-wise, you know.
Yeah,
And they go, the panels are all beaten in, so it's not worth.
Any ideas what you fancy for your next one?
Yes, motorbike, baby. Can you imagine me? Do you know Rob Rouse drives a motorbike?
Dave
I love
Fulton
it.
drives one and came from London on it to do Sheffield.
Yeah, he drives one.
Why wouldn't you if you drive one?
It's a long way, innit?
Not on a bike. It's just the same, like
It is.
Same as being in the car, except you're exposed to the elements, aren't you?
Rob Rouse was driving. This made me
Yeah,
laugh.
he goes
was
to bike,
almost
yeah.
late for a gig because his iPhone he was using for his Google Maps just fucking flew off.
Oh god. Yeah, no. So what would you like? You're not trying to get a
I'm
motorcycle
not a car
license.
guy.
are
I
you?
don't know. I'd just probably get like a Toyota. I like a Toyota. My mum and dad have got this Toyota Corolla that they've had for. I mean, it's from like '97 or something. And I was driving it around for a bit years ago, and people would just stop me and go, "Oh my god, I love the car. She's beautiful, isn't she?" And all this. And I was like, "Who's beautiful?" And I went, "Oh, the car." And they're like, "Yeah, '97 Corolla." Because you don't realise car people know that's an amazing car
it's
because
good
it's still
year.
running.
Is it? Look at what's
Well, it doesn't look cool, but
You're not to
but for a
check.
car person, it does look cool.
Is it?
'cause it's just an old.
Yeah, I
Toyota.
remember when we one of my dad's mates deals second-hand cars, and then got into vintage cars. Now I'm assuming it's going to be old Ferraris and Aston Martins and that. It was like old Skodas,
Yeah.
and like Larders and stuff
I
like
saw-
that. And it's like if you know what car, like you got it. He said like you make a fortune on these because people look at it and go, "To Skoda, sell it for a couple £100 and they're worth about £8,000," because car lovers go, That's I was a scudgy. It's still running now in perfect condition.
Yeah,
I saw a larder in London the other day, and they're so funny because I went, "Is that a fucking larder?" I've not seen one of them for years, and they're just like a little so basic.
Yeah.
It's amazing, funny looking. But my first car was a '93 Ford Escort Motorsport, like the electric blue and the Motorsport stickers and the exhaust, all that, and the what's fucking called? Is it a spoiler they call it at the back? Yeah. And that just felt a bit like it was just when I worked at the factory one day. I went to basically my door was kind of hanging off, so I'd have to lift it and push it in.
Yeah.
And then after a while, because it was on one hinge. But then I went back and still get it. But then after a while, the handle broke off with the weight. So I was like, oh, fuck. So I had to keep it shut. So I used to have to get out the passenger door.
Oh, Phil.
So I'd get out the passenger door. So I was getting in one day after a night shift and it was winter. So it was frozen. And then the door handle came off the passenger door. I went, fuck me. So I had to get in through the back. And then I was trying to open a tin of paint with my petrol cap key and that snapped. And I was like, fuck, I can't even get in the paint. And so I had like no petrol in it. And I got, this is fucking rank, this. So I get home. And then one day, Tesco's just down the hill. So I went, I've got no petrol and I can't put any petrol in it. But I went, I need to go to Tesco and I can't be bothered. I'll ride the clutch down the hill. It'll be fine. So I go down. It's the A34. It's a really busy bit through Congleton where I lived. And I'm not joking. It was fuck. There's a garage there. The Tesco's there. The roundabout there. And the car just went. I went, no, please don't break down on the roundabout. And it just broke down on the roundabout.
Oh, no.
So everyone's piled up now. They're all beep, beep, beep. And I was just like, I can't. I don't know how to get out.
Can't get out. I can't actually get out.
I have to get out of the back.
Get out of the cloud on the boot.
It was
what the fuck's going on?
So I wound the window
How many people get out that car? Just one? This shit clown, now.
Wound the window down. And I went, I opened the door and it went clunk. It just fell off. And I went, fuck. So I had to lift the door and shove it in from inside with the window. And then I went, and this lady, she had a pram and she put the pram there. She went, do you want me to help you push it? And I was like, well, I'll take any help I can get. So we start pushing
leave your pram, love.
Yeah. And I went, it's run out of petrol. But there's a garage there.
That is, I'm not being funny, that is the worst thing. If somebody breaks down because of no petrol, that is just like I almost had it the other day getting my car. I had nothing in it, and I thought I thought I'd get enough to get to it, so I did.
If I see someone walking to a petrol station with like a jerry can, I just think good.
Yeah, but like
irresponsible good.
But
it's the worst fear of running out.
If you break down somewhere like a bit more like in the like suburbs or something, like, you can lift it. But like if you break down and like the Strand in Liverpool, and you're centre at the lights, and no one can go because you've not put petrol in. Like,
and I used to be so skinned, and I remember once coming back through Buxton
because you're waiting for a cheaper petrol station.
But I was going through Buxton, but I had no money. I'd just done a gig, and I had to ride the clutch again down that. And the fucking badger got in the way at one point. I was like, "Fuck off, mate! I've got to ride the clutch, but now I've got to control the vehicle. Thanks, pal." But then, so I'm stuck on this roundabout. This lady starts helping me push. But then she's confused because I'm not going into the garage because obviously I can't put any petrol in it anyway because I haven't got a key for the thing. So I just steer it away because I thought I'll put it on KFC car park. Then she's like going, where are we going? I went, oh, it's all right, don't worry. And I've got the momentum. But then I realised I can't stop it and I can't open the door. So it starts rolling down the hill. So I had to jump in and put my hand on the brake. And I just ended up in a hedge outside KFC. Absolutely, fucking legs are hanging out.
Pushing the car
because we're pushing it, but then I'm like, and then she let go, and the car starts going. So I was going, how the fuck do I get in? So I just jump in.
So your legs just twiddling out the air.
Just fucking went into a hedge.
How old were you?
I was 20. Oh fucking hell, 24, 25.
That's traumatic that you've gone through that.
That's not traumatic. It's his own fault.
Well, luckily,
yeah, but that's like all that faff.
Well, a mate at the factory just came and knocked the cap off for me.
Right.
It's there. And then I put some petrol in it, drove it back up to the flat, and I went, I need to just get rid of this car now. And they came and took it away. And I'm not joking, this is how they did it. They just fucking like yanked it on a thing, and he just fucking threw a tenner at me. That was it.
Just scrap.
The scrap wasn't worth anything then. Now that car, I see this. I know you can't keep a car with a rusted by now, but cars, that kind of car is worth about 25 grand or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the collectors, like you're saying, collectors, like all these old collectors love the Ford Escort
Yes.
Mark IV because it's like
Darryl
cool
Martin
looking.
put a photo of a Volvo he got.
Yeah, I've seen
You
that.
seen that? Nice
There's
car.
a guy opposite my mum and dad's has got one as well. Weirdly, they didn't look cool when we were younger, but now they look cool.
Yeah,
Yes.
See those shapes, you know.
I think it's because now boxy is different. You see a boxy shape now, you're like, oh, that's a cool looking car. Because everything's so circular and stuff, all rounded now. Like I love it. Like the new Beamers they're boxy. Like, the Jeeps, and I'm like, oh, I like that.
Yeah, I've seen some new big, powerful looking things, a new BM that I see.
What do you drive?
Me, I've got a Merc E-Class 60. 2016.
Volkswagen Tiguan. And the cab as well,
What make is the cab?
Ford.
It's a Ford.
Yeah.
Is that what all black cabs are?
You fancying one?
No.
You gonna get
Well,
one?
mine's basically a mini, a transit van, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mine's a converted transit van.
I was
You should
thinking the other
definitely get
day
one.
about when beep beep.
You should get a
Light
transit.
on always, never stopping.
But you, yeah.
Just wind people up over 3 in the morning.
I was thinking about that story you were telling about a mate of yours getting robbed.
Oh,
in the cab,
yeah.
And they just I just go, fuck, it's so scary, that, isn't it?
I don't think it happens anymore because no one really carries cash.
Oh, yeah, I suppose.
So, like Uber and all that. But yeah, back in the day when you had cash, yeah.
I remember a guy.
People still use cabs for nefarious. But again, no, even now, everything's logged. You know, where you go and where you're getting picked up. So it's less. It's like sometimes you'll get a job, and it'll tell you the address you're picking up from, and then the address you're going to, you're like, you're not going to there. It'll just be some rather than picking the actual house, it'd be like the shop on the corner or something like that, and you'd be like, yeah, this is a smackhead. I know it's a smackhead. Like,
Well, and the driverless coming in, the driverless are here now, aren't they? Driverless Uber.
next year, apparently.
I think so.
Driverless?
Yeah.
No, next year they're allowing it in 2026. Apparently, they're
Yeah.
going to allow some driverless taxis.
America are doing it, aren't they now? But Europe.
There's one company doing it, I think, or like they're not Ubers.
That'll be the end then, won't it?
No jobs for anyone.
That'll be the end for taxi
They'll be the opposite.
because people won't want to get in.
Hackneys will go sky high,
Right.
and like so be the end for like see you getting home, you just get a driverless, fall asleep.
Yeah.
But you think amount of our women
Yeah.
with the trolleys, mums with the prams and that, who need the help getting the taxi and that. So Hackney's going to become sort of specialised, sort of like. So I imagine the price of them will go through the roof because the demand for them, because the amount of people that still want help getting in the taxi or have the shopping, so you need to do the bags or the boot and stuff like that, and they don't
So
want.
it'll be the end for Uber drivers.
It'll be the end for like the Uber drivers, yeah.
Well, then they just have to go and get it. They'd have to become a taxi man then.
The taxis are limited, and that's the whole point. You pay for the taxi. The only reason you pay for the plate is because there's a limited number of them.
Of what
Hackneys.
that can be allowed to operate in.
Can be allowed to operate anyone.
Oh.
What they'll probably do is create more plates because the demand will increase, but they won't create too many. Like, whereas anyone can be an Uber, like anyone can get a private hire plate.
So how many Hackneys are in Liverpool? Or
I don't know. In
whatever.
Sefton, I think there's 200 and something.
I just find it mad when, like you say, anyone can be a taxi driver now. When people just don't know where they're going, I just find that insane. Like they're going, well, where am I going? I go, well, you've literally got the postcode in anyway, and it's just really, and you're going, I'm going.
What, they'll still ask you even though they know the
I got
postcode.
picked up. I did this Radio 4 recording, and they sent a taxi, and they went, and the guy just kept going the wrong way. I went, mate, I said, you've gone. I said, it's literally there. And then we're on the wrong side of the river, and then he went the wrong way again, and I went, it's on your sat nav. Like,
Do you have a sat nav on?
Yeah, and I was
Like,
like,
just
you've
ignored
ignored it 3 times. I don't understand what's going. You can't even follow a sat nav.
Get more money.
I had someone get in the other day, and now, and maybe it's a cultural thing, and she was just trying to barter.
Here we go.
Barter with
I
me.
already know.
Cancelled.
Barter with me.
I happened the other week, but
But it was an African lady, and she got in. She just gave me the postcode. That was all she gave me, just the postcode. So I followed that, and I've got there, and she was literally about 4 minutes we're about to get there. She started going, I was like, what's going on here? She was like, it's a long route. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, the way she said, like, this is, I was expecting this much. It was saying 15 quid. She's like, I was only expecting to be a tenner. And I was like, 15 quid. And
I
like,
was
you can
expecting it to be a
tell-
tenner.
Yeah. I come with my husband, and he went a much shorter route, and I was like, "You give me a postcode.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me where you were going, so I can't pick the route. All I've done is put the postcode in and followed it. Oh, well, it's like, what do you want me to do? And you could just tell she went to me, so I'd have told you, would it have been cheaper? Like, at that point, he was like, yeah, of course it would. Probably would have been tenner. Give me the money and fuck off.
I've never told a... Well, I've never been in a taxi, really. Not for ages.
I have. I think I've
Not for
been
ages.
an annoying taxi passenger.
Well, I've always- I think-
I've been that. I've done exactly what that lady did, so I can't.
What you've expected it to be.
Closer.
Well, no, I would have said you've gone. Like sometimes I go, you've gone the wrong way, you've gone this way, or that. And
Yeah.
so,
But you tell them the location.
But I've often know where I was going.
well, I've put it in.
Where I'm going.
Usually, I use Uber a lot in Manchester.
Yeah. Well, then Uber tells them where to go, don't they?
Yeah, that's what I think. That's why I'm
So
surprised.
isn't it
when
a
they go
set
the
price?
Wrong. Well,
So an Uber driver told me even if they went the wrong way, you still get paying the same as what Uber told you to start.
sometimes they don't. Like I got an Uber for my mum and dad came to watch these TV records.
Yeah.
And for some reason, they didn't know how to book a taxi, so I had to book one for them. I'm quite busy at the minute, Mum, but I've got one fucking...
Just in makeup, booking a taxi.
Yeah, and they came to the first night of the records, and it was an amazing show, and I was so proud, I thought, and then Mum went, oh, the bloke in front, a big fat man, just kept banging my knees with his chair. And I was like, you're proud of your little boy?
Oh, mate, don't. That's horrible.
And I got him a taxi back, and he dropped them at the wrong Premier Inn. And I was like,
Easy mistake to
I know
make.
it's the right one because I've put in where you came from before, like, you know. And then he went, well, you've put the wrong. And he went, I can't take them there. I said, well, it's only 2. I said, sorry, mate. I said, it's only like 3 minutes away.
Yeah.
And he went, I can't. I went, he said, I'm not insured. I went, you've got 2 80-year-old people. My mum's not well, and you're going to just leave her on the side of the fucking road. I went, anyway, he was very nice in the end, and he did take them. But it was just this weird moment when I was like going, I'm at this, trying to, in this party going, can you just drop them up? Just drive them to the next Premier Inn? I was like going, can't be arsed with this energy. But I think I can be an annoying passenger, to be honest. So, apologies to any Uber driver I've been annoying to. And hopefully see you again soon for one hell of a ride.
Back doing the circuit now.
Back on the
Now
circuit.
you've had your time in London.
Did the Leeds... Have you done the Leeds Glee yet?
Yeah.
Yes, I haven't.
It's amazing.
It's good, isn't it?
I love that venue. It's incredible.
Was it many in for you?
It was great, yeah. Really nice lineup. Michael Fabry, Tom Ward, Reece James, all amazing.
Nice.
Tom Ward is incredible.
Yeah, funny boy.
I mean, they're all incredible, but Tom Ward, fucking act. I just think he's so funny.
Yeah.
So I did that this week, and then I've got... What have I got this weekend? Oh, Birmingham Glee this weekend.
All the Glee.
You do the Glees, don't you? Do you not?
Never had a reply.
Just send them mock-up posters of the lineup again.
I might do.
Yeah. Just go to head office.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
do
Knock on.
I just do what Jeff Edison does and just go, I can't make tonight. And then when they have a panic, like, oh, you are getting me emails then.
All right.
Have you heard he does that?
That's funny.
Oh, that's funny.
But they never used to book him. So what he'd do is like 7:30. I'm really sorry. I looks like I'm not going to make this. And then they stop. I go, where was you meant to be? Blah, 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 blah. He goes, nowhere, because you don't reply to me emails. At least I know you're getting them now.
I had that with a club, and like now I work for them regularly, and it's a great club, but they just wouldn't reply. And then one day, someone on Twitter went, "Just you forget as well. These promoters are getting
I know.
thousands
Yeah.
of emails."
Well, I've had it with the Laughter Lounge in Dublin. So like,
I did that
when are you coming over? And I'm like, when I've just tagged the booker in. When so and so books me, and then like I've had a couple of people now asking this, so they message me going, yeah, well they haven't said give me a date or anything yet, but they're like, oh yeah, when next in the office. So,
I did that the other week, and it was the gigs were amazing, but I was shitting it because you just think you're always on the back foot as an English act.
Yeah.
And so, but they'd work it dead well. So you got to go on that emceeing, it's perfect, and then they put you in the middle. Even though you're kind of you get the same as the you are the kind of you're booked as the closer, but they put you if you're an English act, they put you in the middle, and it's fucking brilliant. I just didn't. I thought rather because before you can come on and go, I'm so sorry, I'm English, but instead I just went on and went. Just did my act. I didn't even once reference it. I just went
Yeah,
and they were brilliant. It was great, but I was shitting it though because I thought, God,
First time you did it?
Yeah, because Holly the Booker came to my Edinburgh show and asked me to do it kindly, but I did the Belfast. I'll talk about the Belfast Empire when I died on my fucking hole.
How
long ago was this?
This is 10 years ago. Like this
is it pre or post Mike?
Mike.
Did you used to have a microphone? Did he?
Oh, did he not? Oh, there was a microphone there.
I think it's the Empire, isn't it? You famously didn't have a mic.
I think they did. I think they had Belfast Empire.
No idea.
So, but the problem is, English acts really struggle.
Yeah.
So I go on to open. I'm on with Tom Allen. He's a lovely guy, and he's just like, we're chatting backstage. There's someone there backstage I wasn't a big fan of. But it's okay. He will never work again. But so anyway, I go out Belfast Empire, and I'm just dying on my fucking hole. Like they don't fucking And it was about 3 minutes in, and I just went, I'm not getting on a fucking plane for this. I went, I'm not having it.
Were you opening?
Yeah, and there's a beautiful big like wooden bar to the right,
Yeah.
and I just went, right, I'm going to steal some drinks. So I jumped behind the bar, and the staff, I went, you're not going to stop me, are you? They went, no, it's all right. I went, right, who wants a drink? Let's just get drunk. And then so I just started serving drinks and doing and I'm so fucking glad because it worked, and they all went, oh, we like him. And then it's like, I remember a lady going, I'll have a vodka diet lemonade, please. So I made it for her. I went,
That's
it's a vodka. I went, there you go. She went, no, I said diet. I said, I think that's a horse malted. Let's just, let's go. So I was just doing jokes about the drinks, from that. But it was very clubby, but really fun. And they all turned the other way, and they all loved it. And then afterwards, they're all buying you drinks and stuff.
And then you ruined the gig for the other acts who had to go on after.
Tom Allen had a stinker.
Yeah. He went up there and did the actual stand-up, and then they went, you can't beat the drinks for it.
But that was back when I think why it took me so long to get anywhere, because that was back before I think I had a really solid set. Now I've got like so much solid material. But back then I was going, I'm going to go on and make stuff happen.
Yeah.
But when I went out and it just wasn't happening, I was fuck, I have to do something big.
You're strictly set on circuit now?
Yeah, well, I MC the Glees, but I did sets at the Leeds Glee, which was incredible, but I try not to MC anymore. But the Frog, I think like only the Frog don't seem to want to book me for sets. They just want me to MC.
But you're a set man everywhere else now. It's a good transition.
Yeah.
Miles better. I was saying to
Fair it.
Yeah, I was talking to Dan Nightingale about it, and he told me years before to get out of MCing.
Well, he stopped it the minute he won Best Compare, didn't he?
I think it's. I mean, but the problem is there's not many good compares.
No,
I'm
not.
now doing more sets.
I compare sometimes, and I'm shit. I'm just not a comp. It's a different skill, and I think you have to be a person who's genuinely interested in people. So when if you're asking someone, I just couldn't give a fuck. I don't want to talk to you. I want to be an artist. So,
but what's weird is people think because I can MC, I had to do warm up a couple of times.
Yeah,
but you can't. That's a different skill. Mark Olver, I was watching him doing warm up, and I was like, it's such a different skill because you can't. Like, I'm too cynical. I can do 10 minutes to account, but I could not do 3-4 hours.
No, that's
4 hour records each. Up to 4 hours.
So how often is he doing stand-up?
He's coming in and out, but it's so effortless for him, and he engages, and all the audience really like him, and then he knows.
But does he actually do any stand-up, or is he just
crowd work?
Like crowd work.
I think Lee Peart does them a lot for Loose Women and that.
Right.
He doesn't do any jokes now. He says he just sort of
crowd
plays
work
games.
That's it.
Plays games, sings songs, and just chats with them.
Right.
Well, I did warm up twice for that Alan Carr thing they did, Happy Hour, and I told them. And it's so funny this. So Andrew Bird was doing it, and it was a nightmare of a production because we were trying to do the TFI Friday, but everyone got shit faced, so it was just really hard work. So they went, we're replacing Andrew Bird, who's one of the best warm up guys ever. So this is such a funny story. So they went, we're bringing someone else in. And he went, who are you bringing in? They went, Phil Ellis. And he went, you fucking what? And he was right. And then I went to them. I went, I can't do warm up. They went, we think you're going to be perfect for it. And I went, I'm not the right person. I'm too I don't give a fuck enough to not. But
I'm not bothered how the production goes. Yeah.
Anyway, I turn up. Rob Beckett's on. he comes in, he goes, "Are you on the show, Phil?" I went, "No, I'm doing the warm-up." And he instantly just went, "Like, what?" And I went, "Yeah, I know, it's a bad booking." He went, "No, sorry, I didn't mean to do that." I went, "No," I said, "You're right. I mean, you're right." Then Jack Whitehall comes in, and he goes, "Are you on the show?" And I went, "No, I'm doing the warm-up." And he went, "Yeah, and I know, right?" I went, "I know." I said, "Just don't worry about it." Anyway, I'm not joking. Took 5 hours to film this fucking thing. And I was just hating. I hated it so much. And about 3 hours in, and they hate me. The crowd don't like. I'm too dark. Talking about at one point, I said, "Look at Alan, they're like Hitler." I said, "Come on, everyone, give it," that kind of thing. And it's like, it's not the right vibe.
So collectively, how much time are you in front of that crowd?
I was in front so much because there was so much
hours. Like we talking hours.
I was there for hours, but I needed the money, and it was paying a lot of money, and I had loads of gigs cancelled. At one point, Jack and Rob stood behind me. I just turned around and I still had the mic on. I went, "Fuck it." I went, "This is soul destroying." I went, "What do you do for a living?" So
Which is funny. That is funny.
But nothing from them. And they're all bored because it's going on. And they've not been giving them any alcohol this time. So they're all just sat there going, "Fucking what time?" And there's a guy on the front row. And I think Alan Carr's incredible. But I don't think this was the right vehicle for him. It's just one of those productions. But I chatted to the producer on the front row and I went, "What do you do for a living?" He went, "I'm a TV producer." I went, "Oh, thank fuck." I went, "I can't do this anymore. Can I get on telly?" He went, "I think you should be on telly." I said, "Oh, thanks." I said, "What do you make?" He went, "I make this." I went, "Nah, I'm all right, mate. I'm all right with that."
Yeah.
But it was just... And then they asked me back. And I had to do it again because I went, "I can't turn the money down." But that is those 2 gigs. And it was at a venue. I forgot this. It's a working man's club in London. I'd walked out there 10 minutes into my set last time, and I just went, "Fuck it, keep the money. I can't be arsed," and put the money down. I went, "Stick it on the fucking raffle," and then I just left. And it was at that venue.
What, you couldn't be bothered?
Because it was just, this guy wanted me to this gig, and I went, "It's not going to work, mate. It's not. I'm over here. There's people playing pool between me, and there's kids on iPads. There's a raffle, and there's Edna's 80th. I went, there's not a gig. It's in the middle of the day." And I went, and they wouldn't let. They went, "Please do it. We're all really excited." I went,
But you're out of that now.
Out of that now.
You're out of that now, I reckon.
I'm professional now.
I think
finished
now you can be
Come
legit
Christmas,
being a
you're a
comedian.
household name.
Like you could be. That could be it now. You're out of the them gigs now.
Well, you don't.
Look for people to say that you may film. It's like, yeah, it's really won't.
Yeah, but
Don't speak to him.
It's what you aspire, though, isn't it? To be out of when you turn up and you go, "You know what? You keep your money. I'm not doing this for my own well-being."
Well, it's the only thing I would want to be on. Not the only thing, but like it's
not your thing.
It's the goal. It's good. Yeah.
Hopefully now you do that, they trust you to not destroy your own thing.
Yeah, we'll see. But I've got a lot more professional. They're old stories. That's old Phil. Look at big beefy Phil now.
Yeah.
He's got muscles now.
Been showing off that gun all podcast. I am impressed.
Demand this is on that side just so we can flex this arm.
Just because you were always skinny and gangly.
Podcast this way, is it?
Yeah.
Where do you want the mic?
Yeah.
Right, brilliant. Right, Phil, where can everyone find you?
At Phil Ellis Comedy on Instagram. I'm not on X anymore because it's just a fucking minefield of absolute disgusting people.
Are you not going to go back on it when the show comes out?
No,
just
I think I'm done with that. It's
just to see people tweet how good you was.
No, I'll go on. I'll have a fake account. I'll go and have a look.
And if it's going
well, off your own bile.
If it's going well, you'll set your own one back over.
Yeah, spouse over your own bile anonymously. That's always nice, isn't it?
Anything? Website, Phil Ellis Comedy.
Edinburgh
12:45. Doing Funs and Games, the kids show for the first 2 weeks.
You doing Funs and Games again?
Yeah, rebooted.
Wow, that's exciting.
Third time?
Well, let's see how we get on with this one. That's 28th of July to the 10th. Monkey Bower 4, 12:45 p.m. And then I'm doing solo show from then onwards. And it's all new. It's all brand new.
Oh, so you're doing half Fun Games, half solo?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not a full one of not like a full month of solo?
No.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, cool. That's
good.
good.
A bit more fun because and also you can. I'm not going to say I'm going to get nominated again, but like
you're getting two cracks of the whip.
Tend to turn up for the last 2 weeks.
I can sell the same person 2 tickets then. Go on the first.
Follow him and DM.
Think of that.
Follow him and DM him on Instagram now while he'll still reply.
Yeah.
Because once that following gets too big, he won't check his DMs anymore. So if you want to get in, send him some abuse, whatever you want to send him.
Depends what you look like.
Yeah, to do your profile picture first. Right,
Decline.
thanks very much. See you in a bit. Ta-da.